Now, a 100-strong Zoom choir made up of ICU staff is releasing a remake of that classic Police track, Every Breath You Take, in a bid to secure the Christmas #1 spot and raise funds to support NHS staff recovery from the trials of 2020. Known as the ICU Liberty Singers, the choir began life as an attempt to bring some fun and respite to ICU workers after the toughest year in history. Well, I'm delighted to say with me are two members of the choir, Chris Goff, a consultant in intensive care at University Hospitals Wales, and we're also joined by Julia Trinder-Oxley, lead pharmacist for the intensive therapy unit at University Hospitals Leicester. And welcome to you both. It's great to have you with us. And before we come on to the song, don't worry, we will, I must just talk to you, Chris, first of all, if I may, about what it's like at the moment on the front line in intensive care.
Well, thank you for having us both, Rebecca. It's lovely to speak to you. Well, look, I think there's no hiding the fact that this year has been pretty awful for everybody, both inside and outside the NHS. Certainly within the NHS and within intensive care, things have been like we've never seen before. This is the heaviest and worst year we've had in intensive care probably since the NHS has begun, fighting a new disease that we've never seen, working out how we can really treat it. And we have at times been absolutely swamped with our services. You know, we've had a brief respite during the summer as things have got a bit better. And then during the second wave now, things are building again. And that combined with the usual winter pressures. You know, things are difficult, staff are exhausted, and a lot of us are pretty stressed, worn out, and you know, people are really struggling.
Julia, would you echo that? You're obviously in England, Chris is in Wales, but what's been happening where you are?
Yes, I would completely echo that. Ever since March, the teams have had to work under exceptionally difficult circumstances, being in full PPE, being isolating themselves with their families, and it's been exceptionally challenging.
Chris, let's talk about the choir and the song. How did it come about?
It came about by this wonderful lady called Kari Olsen Porterhouse, who's the conductor. And last winter, unfortunately, her mother was quite unwell and was in intensive care. So she's seen really the sort of the work we do and how stressful it can be. And then she's seen how we've worked through this summer with the COVID, and she wanted to do something to try and help our stress and our well-being. And she knows the power of singing and how it can help people. And so she approached Alison Pittard, who's the head of the Faculty of Intensive Care Medicine, to set up a small choir for 4 live sessions to just get us singing together as a group. And from there, Alison advertised it, and within 24 hours or 48 hours, had over 100 people interested in singing along. And really, it's gone from there. The idea was to have this song with lyrics that were changed a little bit from the Police song, and Jackie Shears changed the words around to really reflect what we do in intensive care. And then we thought it would be a nice idea if that could be played around the country in intensive care units on Christmas Day, so that even the staff who can't be with their families or together can know that the intensive care family are with them and are supporting them on that day.
Well, look, Chris, I'm going to interrupt you because we haven't got a tremendous amount of time, and I do want to give everybody a chance to just have this very special preview of the song. So let's have a listen.
Every single day, when you're in real pain, when you feel afraid, every night you stay, we watch over you.
Julia, you're singing along. I shall have to get you to sing before we end, but how was the actual recording made?
The recording was done remotely. Obviously, at these times, we can't be together, but what we did was Carrie did some YouTube videos of all the harmony parts, which you could listen to, and she would conduct you through them. So you had an earpiece, and on one device, you would watch Carrie orchestrating us, and then on the other device you would record into it, and then all of those voice recordings, and there was 223, Carrie had to layer together and mix to produce the final track that you've just heard.
Fantastic. And Chris, tell us a little bit about where the money raised will go.
Well, as Chris said, it's been such a traumatic year for the NHS staff, and ICU have treated the sickest of the sickest patients, and the toll that has taken on their well-being has been tremendous. So the money raised will form a fund to support the ICU staff to have a positive impact on their well-being and mental health going forward.
Chris, you only got permission to record this song on November the 26th. How did you get everything in place to release a single by December the 18th? It's extraordinary, isn't it?
It is extraordinary, but like so many things in the NHS, when teamwork comes together and everybody works hard at it, you can achieve amazing things. And so that's how we've managed to do this in such a short space of time. Just the team behind this who have put this together and given their time very generously have managed to bring it all together in really just a couple of weeks.
And just briefly, a final word from you both, if I may. Perhaps I'll start with you, Chris. What difference has singing and participating in this made to you?
It's, I mean, a huge difference. I've had a really sort of stressful month in particular. I've just moved house, I've started a new job, and the first choir session, I just felt this huge sort of relief of stress from me. It was just such a takeaway to do it, and with people who have had the same sort of experience. Obviously we've all experienced it differently, but with a group who have all seen roughly the same sort of things is a huge relief.
And Julia, very quick word, perhaps you'd sing us out.
Okay.
Go on then.
Do I get a backing track?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every sound you make, every pain you feel, we watch over you.
I want to applaud you, Chris Goff, Julia Trinder-Oxley. Good luck with it all, and great to talk to you. Thanks for talking to us on BBC News.
Thank you for having us, Rebecca.
Thank you for